Imagine waking up one morning and the Marvel universe has collided with our reality. How would that impact our world? Picture this. You're sipping your morning coffee and suddenly, Iron Man zips past your window. The initial shock and disbelief would be staggering. The laws of physics as we know them would be tossed out the window. Now let's not forget about the Marvel fans out there. Their excitement would be palpable, witnessing their favorite superheroes and villains spring to life. But what about those unfamiliar with the Marvel universe? Their fear and confusion would be just as real. We're talking about a world where the extraordinary becomes commonplace, where superheroes and supervillains become part of our daily reality. We'd be living side by side with entities possessing powers beyond our comprehension. The world as we know it would be changed forever. The collision of these realities would rewrite the rules of our existence in ways we can't even begin to predict. Superheroes and supervillains in our political landscape. A fascinating yet daunting prospect. Imagine for a moment Captain America running for president, or perhaps Loki, the god of mischief, as a cunning diplomat. The potential for these figures to influence policy, national direction, and international relations is immense. Now let's not forget the supervillains. Their potential to exploit political systems cannot be understated. Imagine the likes of Magneto or Dr. Doom in positions of power. They could disrupt global order, manipulate economies, and spark conflicts at a scale we've never seen. And then there's the law. Our legal systems are not equipped to handle individuals with superhuman abilities. How do you legislate for a person who can manipulate time or control minds? The introduction of super beings into our political sphere would necessitate a complete overhaul of our legal frameworks, and likely, our entire societal structure. Politics, already a complex domain, would enter a completely new level of complexity. In a world where the Hulk could potentially destroy a city block in a fit of rage, the economic implications are staggering. Imagine the cost of rebuilding in the wake of these superhuman battles. The price tag would skyrocket into the billions, if not trillions, as cities crumble and rise again like a phoenix from the ashes. But every cloud has a silver lining. New industries could emerge, catering to the unique needs of these superheroes and villains. Companies could create indestructible infrastructure, develop superpower insurance, and even launch specialized superhero equipment. The possibilities are endless. However, alongside these opportunities, economic inequality might rear its ugly head. As the gap between those with superpowers and those without widens, the potential for a new class system is undeniable. Ordinary people may find themselves at a disadvantage, struggling to keep up in a world where might is right. Our economy would be transformed for better or worse. With great power comes great responsibility, but what happens when that power falls into the wrong hands? Imagine a world where the likes of Thanos, Loki, and Magneto exist. These supervillains, armed with unparalleled power and cunning minds, pose a constant threat to global security. They could potentially exploit their superpowers to wreak havoc, manipulate populations, or even instigate wars. But the threat doesn't stop there. Even superheroes, despite their noble intentions, could pose a risk. What if they decide to impose their own version of justice, disregarding our laws and sovereignty? What if they misuse their powers, intentionally or not? In such a world, our traditional law enforcement and military might struggle to maintain peace and order. They would be faced with the monumental task of creating new strategies and weaponry to counteract these superpowered beings. The balance between protection and control would be tenuous at best. Security would be a constant concern in a world filled with superpowered individuals. In a society where your neighbor might be an alien or an immortal god, social norms would be upended. The very fabric of our communities would be reshaped as we grapple with the reality of superhuman abilities. Would we idolize those with powers, or fear them? How would those without powers adapt, living in the shadows of the extraordinary? These questions hint at a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the extraordinary becomes ordinary. Our social structure would be fundamentally altered, challenging our understanding of what it means to be human. So, what if the Marvel universe collided with our reality? Imagine a world where politics are swayed by superhuman ideologies, economies are driven by extraordinary technologies, and security measures are taken to a whole new level. A society where the social order is redefined by the presence of these larger-than-life characters. These are not just whimsical imaginations, but potential realities in a universe where Marvel meets the mundane. It's a thrilling yet terrifying thought, but one thing's for sure, life would never be the same again.